Good evening, everyone, and hope everybody's doing well. Um, Curtis Yarvin has exploded on the scenes as the preeminent American right wing intellectual, and his basic argument is that we should highly decentralize, and that every decentralized um, community should be governed by a corporation, a private corporation of some way, shape, or form, and that if you don't like where you live, instead of voting or participating in the governance, you can just leave. Since it's highly decentralized, you can just go to the next city, essentially. These corporations would be highly automated, and it would basically be a sort of techno feudalism type situation, which is what Varoufakis was talking about. I may be butchering Curtis Yarvin's arguments, but this is basically what he's arguing. And I find this curious because a lot of people on the left um, agree with arguments about decentralization, especially anarchists. And it's interesting to me that the right wing has these new utopian plans for, which are really more like dystopian, but new utopian plans for transforming the United States into this techno feudalist type system. And Musk and Peter Thiel and others are currently trying to implement those plans. But the left has no such utopian plans. Liberalism is not a utopian philosophy. And if you ask liberalism what they want better government or something amorphous like that. The modern form of the state is going to disappear in the next 20 years, and liberalism likely will disappear with it. So, what is the left going to do? What does the left have to offer? So, I have a question to ponder. If there's competition between cities for talented citizens or subjects, I guess Curtis Yarvin says there's no such thing as citizens, they're subjects. If there's competition in this feudalist type system for subjects in each of these decentralized cities, what happens when one of the cities offers democracy as a incentive to move to that city? What happens when one of the corporations is Mondragon? So Mondragon is a large cooperative of over 79,000 worker owners in Europe. It's one of the largest businesses in Europe. And it's an interesting proposition that we could have democratized corporations as an incentive to draw talented subjects to that particular locale. And that what it would appear is that the right and the left agree on decentralization, but don't agree on the form of governance, which gets us back to what is the most pure forms of the right and the left. And that's authoritarianism on the right and democracy on the left. And you're seeing a very pure form, you are seeing emerge a very pure form of this discussion of what the best forms of governance are. And Thiel and Musk and Trump and Curtis Yarvin want a decentralized authoritarianism, whereas anarchists like myself want decentralized democracy. That's the fight for the future, and that's what the left needs to push is democracy, which is what it's always pushed. It's more or less a return to the beginnings of right and left, just in a different type of form. So anyway, that's my post for now. Peace, y'all.